In this video, let us study about the capacitor. You know that capacitor is a passive element that stores energy in the form of electrostatic field. So, it is considered like it's having two plates, conducting plates, which is separated by a dielectric. So, now I will connect it to the alternating voltage V of t, and the current that is flowing will be I of t, that is also varying with time. So, this is the capacitor. So these are like conducting plates, and in middle what happens, there will be dielectric. Okay, so here it is like current, it is directly proportional to the rate of change of voltage across it. Okay, it's directly proportional to the rate of change of voltage across it. So this capacitor, it will oppose change in voltage. So here if I remove the proportionality sign, I will be getting a proportionality constant C d by dt V of t. So C is nothing but it is capacitance, which is measured in farads F. Okay, so if we know the current, if we know the capacitance, then we can find the voltage across the capacitor. That is V of t is equal to 1 by C integration minus infinity to infinity to t, then we have it dt. This is the formula for voltage. Next, you know, power is nothing but it is voltage into current. So P of t, that is equal to Vt into it. So this can be written as V of t, this is C d by dt V of t. So now we also know that power is rate of doing work. That means P, it is equal to dw by dt. So if I integrate on both the sides, dt, dw by dt, so this is equal to w, and here you will get C V of t d by dt V of t dt. So this gets cancelled, and V of t dvt, that is V square t divided by 2, C is the constant. So W is equal to this much. That means energy stored in the capacitor will be equal to half CV square. This is also an important formula. This is the energy stored in the capacitor. Now if I consider a constant voltage source, this is a constant voltage source. Now this is delivering voltage of 5 volts. I will consider a capacitor here. Okay, so this is like I will consider 2 microfarad. The current flowing is I here. This is a constant voltage source. That means it is not varying with time. So in this case, I of t, that is equal to C dv of t divided by dt, right? That means the differentiation of a constant voltage, that will be equal to 0, because you know differentiation of a constant is 0. So this is equal to 0. I of t is equal to 0 in which case? In short circuit or in open circuit? It will be in open circuit. That means there is no current flow. I is equal to 0 means no current flow. This is a condition of open circuit, right? So the capacitor with the constant voltage source, or with the constant voltage, it acts as open circuit. If I consider a constant current source, so I'll consider 5 amperes. Okay, 5 amperes. Then in this case, you will be having 5, that is equal to 2 microfarad into dv of t divided by dt. Okay, so if it comes down, it will be 2.5 into 10 to the power of 6. So the slope will be constant now, this much volt per second. That means it will be having constant slope. Okay, so the what happens, you can consider the characteristics. So if V versus T, this is in seconds, this is in volts, you will be having a constant slope. That means a straight line with a constant slope. Here in this case, the slope y by x will be equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, that is a constant slope. This is the behavior of capacitor when it is having the voltage that is a constant voltage source or constant current source. So now let us consider the capacitor in series combination. Capacitor in series combination. C1, C2, C3. This is the current I. This is voltage V. Now the current that is flowing through the capacitors, it will be equal. Okay. So V will be equal to, see, this is V1, this is V2 and this is V3. So V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. But the current is same. Okay. So this is 1 by C1 integration of I dt plus 1 by C2 integration of I dt plus integration of I dt into 1 by C3. So if I consider this as C equivalent, okay, we have to find the C equivalent. So I will replace this 3 by C equivalent. Here we have a battery, that is plus or minus V, and the current I. So here we can write V is equal to 1 by C equivalent integration of I dt. So here 1 by C equivalent integration of I dt. Here why I have considered I instead of I1, I2, I3? Because I1, I2, I3 everything will be equal, because the same current flows through all the three capacitors since they are in series combination. So I will take integration of I dt common. So 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So this is 1 by C equivalent integration of I dt. So this gets cancelled. So we can say 1 by C equivalent, that is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So this is the formula for the equivalent capacitance when they are connected in series. So this is like when the resistors are connected in parallel, we have 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. When inductors are connected in parallel, we will be having equivalent inductance as 1 by L equivalent, that is equal to 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2 plus 1 by L3. So resistors in parallel, capacitors in series. You will be having similar equations. Okay. So here, if there are n capacitors connected in series, you will be having till 1 by Cn. Okay. So let us consider the capacitors connected in parallel now. That means the current will have multiple paths to flow. First capacitor, second capacitor, third capacitor, C1, C2, C3. This will be connected to the power supply V, and the current flowing is I. So here in this combination, the current gets divided, I1, I2, and here it is I3. The current gets divided, I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, because if I sum these three currents, I will be getting the current that is flowing through the circuit. Here it is I. So I is equal to I1. But what will be the voltage drops across these capacitors? That will be same in case of parallel combination. So V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3 is equal to V. Now I, you know the formula for I, that is I is equal to, see, this is V, but for I it is equal to C into dV by dt. So I will consider this as equivalent. This is the equivalent. For this I have replaced by one capacitor, that is of value C equivalent. So here it is C equivalent dV by dt, that is equal to C1 dV by dt plus C2 dV by dt plus C3 dV by dt. Now taking dV by dt common, we have C1 plus C2 plus C3. So dV by dt gets cancelled. So C equivalent is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So the equivalent capacitance will be greater than the greatest value of capacitance which is present in this circuit. But in series, what happens? It will be lesser than the least value. So this is similar to the resistors connected in series, right? resistors connected in series. You have R1 plus R2 plus R3. But in capacitors, when they are connected in parallel, you will have C1 plus C2 plus C3.